just don't want y'all to go bashing Chris. Just because me and him had issues don't mean that he's not a good person.
Girl, you're so beautiful. Girl, you're so beautiful. You should just be yourself. Just be yourself. Nobody let you go.
What's up, Worthy Squad? It's your girl Queen Bee once again back with another video, and today this is not a vlog, this is not a challenge, this is not a prank on somebody. This is me just simply coming to y'all and just talking to y'all as if we were in the same room. I just really want to clear up a lot of things, you know. I dropped a song 2 days ago called Medicine. If y'all haven't heard it, make sure you guys go listen to it because it's self-explanatory. It pretty much explains everything I felt and the reason why I actually did leave. I left the house and I did leave Chris. We are legally married and we're working on documents and all that stuff to officially, you know, separate. And I know that sounds heartbreaking to a lot of people because we were looked up to, like, as relationship goes. Like, we was that deal. We was that couple that everybody wanted to be like. I mean, some of y'all didn't really want to, but majority of people looked up to me and Chris. We was on the road. Like, it was me and him. When you see Chris, you see me. But, you know, sometimes stuff happens in your relationship when everything is just so public and you don't have no privacy and people are constantly throwing themselves at you and, like, everything just coming at you at once. Sometimes stuff just happens. So I am pretty sure you guys know about the whole thing that happened in September, the whole Helena situation when Chris, I guess, had got caught cheating. And, you know, that was really tough on me, y'all. Like, that was tough. Like, it hurt bad. And to be honest with y'all, I still haven't healed from that. Like, I haven't. But nevertheless, I decided to stay, and I decided to push through and just see if my family could work, because this is what I wanted. Like, this is what I wanted forever. Through all of that, it's like I was getting called dumb, weak. I was getting called every name in the book. I just had so much heat coming at me for staying with him. People started to think it was fake and it was just a scandal. You know, so it was a lot going on. But nevertheless, I decided to push through and I decided to stay, you know. And I just felt like that was my business. And if anything else ever happened, then it would be my decision, you know, to do whatever I wanted to do. After I stayed, you know, we would do videos and sometimes I wouldn't look as happy, and a lot of people noticed it, you know, but I was trying to be happy, and I was still going to push through it no matter what. I was going to heal, and I was going to, well, I already did. I forgave him and everything, and I just felt like people make mistakes and stuff like that. But even in that, it's like, when I did find out that whole situation, it's like, it wasn't just that, it was more. So I was taking on a lot more than what people thought. But I'm not going to really go into detail about that. But anyway, I stayed, and afterwards, you know, it just began to become like this repetitive cycle. I'm not a person that go out and, like, expose stuff and say, oh, well, this happened, this happened, this happened. I'm not the type of person to do that. But it started to become like a repetitive cycle, and even on, like, the drama blog pages, I would see, even after that, like, you know, footage of, you know, him at the club and stuff, dancing with girls, and this was, like, after it. So stuff just was, like, not really going the way I wanted it to go. I know stuff takes time. I know trust takes time. I know all of that. But it was a reason why I left. I didn't just leave for no reason. I just seen a video, I guess, that Chris had. He was freestyling or whatever. It got deleted, but, you know, he said that I had cheated on him, which is not true. I don't know if he's talking about, like, because before we started YouTube, we separated before YouTube because we was having issues even then, and I felt neglected, and I felt, it was just a lot of reasons, you know. He would call all the time, and I just felt like our relationship was falling apart. I wasn't getting the attention I needed. I didn't trust him. I felt like, you know, it was girls in the picture, and so somebody came along and entertained me, and I guess that's what he called cheating. But anyway, after that, after we started YouTube, like, and just was on a roll, I never had spoke to anyone else. Like, I never gave nobody the time of day. Like, you would never catch me with no screenshots with nobody, like how you did him. I don't want to cause no unnecessary beef because I still got to talk to him off camera. But I just want to let y'all know, you know, it's a reason why I left, and that reason is because things were just repetitive, on and off arguments and stuff like that, and I just couldn't deal with it. And I would go into detail about exactly what happened, but I'd rather not because it would just cause even more friction. Just know that us females never just do stuff for no reason. We never just leave for no reason. Best believe it's always something, because when I love hard, you know. And I might not have been the perfect wife, but I was loyal, you know, I was loyal. I may not have cooked all the time, and half of the time, we was never at home, or he would be out with his friends all the time. So, you know, I'm not really using that as an excuse, but that's just the truth. At the same time, you guys, I really just thought about it, and Chris is 22, I'm 22. We both young, like, and I started to think that I was older. I started feeling like I was 30 years old because of stress and stuff like that, losing weight and all that stuff. Like, I just felt like I was older than what I was, and I had to sit back and realize, like, wow, I'm 22. Me and Chris got married at 19. We were so in love. Like, I wasn't ready to be married, y'all. Like, I wasn't. But I just wanted to do it the right way because I had a baby on the way, and we just were so in love, and we was going to church, and we didn't want to be looked at as, like, you know, we're shacking up. We wanted to live together without shacking up, and, you know, we just wanted to do it the right way. But honestly, I don't feel like Chris was ready. Maybe he felt like he was ready at the time, and I know that I wasn't ready because I went straight from being in my mom's house up under her rules to being married and being up under, you know, a man's rules, you know. And I never really got that chance to go out, venture out, and, like, find myself. I never really dated around like that. I mean, high school was like kiddie relationships. I never went to college, anything like that. So I never really had that time to just go out and focus on Queen. It's always been somebody else in the picture, and it's always been Chris in the picture. You know what I'm saying? And I always thought about him too. And I just feel like after everything that happened, like, I'm pretty much broken now, and I don't think that I could take, you know, much more. Because it wasn't just cheating that was going on. It was, like, a lot of disagreements we had, like, about, you know, our families and money and stuff like that. And it just wasn't balancing out right, you know. So sometimes things happen in life, and you think you're going to be with somebody forever. And if it's meant to be, it will come back together. But you think you got this plan, like, oh, we're going to be together forever, but stuff just don't work out, you know. Sometimes people get sidetracked. You know, he had a lot of women throwing themselves at him. It was plenty, like, girls out the butt just throwing themselves at him, like, because he had that platform. He was big. He's a very handsome guy. So, I mean, he had a lot of temptation, and he just wasn't able to resist it. You know, and I had temptation too, but just not as much as him, because it seemed like girls are more thirsty. Like, guys, they'll see that you're in a relationship and you on lockdown, so they won't really try to mess with it. But girls, like, they don't care. They don't care if you're married or whatever. Like, they'll still come at you, and maybe it got hard for him, you know. But I told him that, you know, if that's what you want to do, that's fine, because I get it, you're still young, but just not with me. Just not with me. In the process, I can't have my heart all broken up, and, you know, I just thought that it would be better to call it quits. And I know that sounds sad, but I need to go find myself, and I would like to do whatever I want to do, honestly. I'm just at a point now where that's how I feel. I don't want to have to answer to nobody. I don't want to have to worry about who over here, who over there, who you texting, and all of this stuff. I just feel like it would be a lot better, you know, if I just focused on myself and had friends, pretty much. That's it. That's really the conclusion of my video. One more thing, I just don't want y'all to go bashing Chris. Just because me and him had issues don't mean that he's not a good person. You feel me? Like, he's still a good person. You know, he's a wonderful dad. He's a wonderful father. So, you know, make sure you guys still go show him love on the Daddy and Me channel, because at the end of the day, no matter what happened between me and Chris and our situation, CJ still loves him. He's still a good father to CJ, and I won't take that away from him. But sometimes things just don't work out between, you know, the relationship. So that's all I can really say. But I love you guys, and I hope you guys can respect my decision. I'm going to stay humble. Like, it's in me. Like, I have no other option but to stay humble. No matter how far I go up, it's always because of God, and it's always because of my supporters. You guys and God. No, God and you guys, in that order. I'm going to go ahead and end this video, and I hope y'all understood everything I was trying to say. Once again, medicine is self-explanatory, so go listen to it, go read over the lyrics, and you guys will get a good understanding.